New game! Oh, Mr. Badass. Let's go. Hey! I immediately hated having to say that. Start my green screen, please. Oh no! What am I doing? I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor, a good friend since childhood. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would have oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But she's going to chase after me like this. I feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me, like a good boy. Ah, it won't come out of my voice. It won't come. Ah! You overslept again! I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Mr. Ladass. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But did you wait for me after all? I guess you didn't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Mr. Loudhouse. Have you decided on a club to join yet? Club? I told you already, I'm not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you joined a club this year. Did I? I'm not sure. It's possible that I did in one of my many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sawyer likes to worry about the little things too much. Yeah, especially around me. But I'm perfectly content just getting on the average while spending my free time on gaming and anime. My boy! Uh-huh? Uh-huh? I was talking about how I'm worried about you, that you won't learn how to socialize or have any social skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in the few years because you're not used to the real world, you weeboo. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. So, don't make me worry about you. Alright. I'll look for a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Well, you at least promise you will try a little. Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? Such a lazy, sluggish girl. More of that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit. Even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sawyer wants to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello! Sayori? Sawyer must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I'll catch you coming out of classroom, but just saw you sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know. You know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori? Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Mimi. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. I'm pretty sure she's illiterate. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. One, please? Why do you care so much anyways? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I'd bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. You can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to plan out all of this. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yeah, let's go! And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly followed Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, but generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here! I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure to meet you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere! I don't know what voice to give you. Mr. Loudass, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her. When she gets moody, Sayori says quietly into her ear when turns back towards the other girls. Anyways, Natsuki always full of energy, and this is Yuri, the smartest girl in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears to be more mature than the timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monika, is that right? Well, yes. It's great to see you again, Mr. Loudass. Monika smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we're in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So, when you smile at me so genuinely, it feels a little... You too, Monika. Sit down, Mr. Loudass. We have room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monika. Get the cupcakes. Hey, leave them up here at them. Sorry, I guess I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? Are you enjoying this? That's what you want. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. I sorry to mention, it's widened so that there's one space next to Monika and one next to Yuri. Let me sit next to Monika. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Marches back to the table, tray in hand. Hey, are you ready? Ta-da! Please, don't think any lower of me. Hello! Are you enjoying this content? I hope so. Woo! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate. We're used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, just hurry and take one. I'm not playing you. This makes me this your sentence, babe, is giving me an aneurysm. No, I'm blaming you. This makes me think you're gay. You're not being the allegations buddy. It's psychological horror. It is, Riff Clips. Get 5. Surgop's then follows. It's delicious! Samantha takes it with her full mouth and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcakes around my finger, looking for the best angle to bite. Natsuki's quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I haven't heard this. I heard this somewhere before. Anything for you or anything? I thought you technically did. Sayori said, you dummy! Oh my god. Alright. Datings. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before sitting down to the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Hey, don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I don't enjoy reading. Honestly, I don't know why I'm here. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles at herself in relief. Monika raises an eyebrow and then smiles at me. So, what would you consider a literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monika why I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seems really happy here, so... That's okay! Don't be embarrassed! Well, make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's our duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monika is surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member of any of the major clubs. Weren't you the leader of the debate club last year? Haha, well, to be honest, can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather... Yeah, we can stream later. We can stream League later, or whatever. My voice is killing me. I'd much rather take some time. I personally enjoy to make something special out of it. And it encourages others to get into literature and fulfilling that dream. Monika, Yuri really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Yet I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. This must be hard to start a new club. Who could put it that way? Many people are interested in putting out all the effort to start a new... I bet my tongue. To start something brand new. Especially when it's something that losing attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like a festival much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow to this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. Yeah! You know it! I will not speak normally. I'm committed to this bit. Listen, Riffclip, I'm committed to this bit of doing girly voices. And I will not stop. I don't even know if the voices are good. They probably aren't. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monika must have worked really hard to just find these three. Maybe that's why they're also delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with the level of enthusiasm about literature. Mr. Ladass, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga! I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyways, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build up deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about reading. She's so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyways, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grab at something I can relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, you might as well be having a conversation with The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. Really? I wouldn't have expected that from you, Yuri. For some reason, as gentle as you are. I guess. You could say that. But if a story makes you think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Why is that? Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. That's right. You usually like to write about you things, don't you, Natsuki? Gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind the last club meeting. It looks like you were working on a poem called... Say it out loud! Give that back! Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything that you do is just as cute as you are. Sayuri sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. Cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well... Yes, sometimes. You care. I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometimes? Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, sharing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Don't you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I'm gonna lower the game sounds, because this music is starting to make me go insane. Holy sh... I guess it's the same for Yuri. I want to read everyone's poems. I sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Question marks, I guess. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Well, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more confident with each other and strengthen the bonds of the club. Isn't that right, Mr. Loudass? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. Huh? What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining a club, I've only come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decisions. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought... Mr. Loudass. You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? If writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... Great! Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes! I'm so happy! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. You really just came for the cupcakes. I would be super pissed off. Ah, then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Ah, thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today. Meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. Mr. Loudass, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Hee. Yeah. I really impressed this class star Monika with a mediocre writing skills. I already feel anxious welling up inside of me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Mr. Loudass, you're already here. Do you want to walk home together? That's right, sir and I never walk home together. Anymore, because she always stays at her school after clubs. What did I say? Sure, I might as well. With that, the two of us depart for the classroom, make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monika. Well, will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Or else I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I just need to make the most of my circumstance, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. I guess that starts with writing the poem to